unto the going down of the same. He's worthy.
He's worthy.
He's worthy to be praised.
Yes, yes,
Amen, amen, amen. I just want to read in your hearing one more time the scripture for this morning's text. It's found in James, the 2nd chapter, the 23rd verse. And the scripture was fulfilled which said, Abraham believed God, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness, and he was called the friend of God.
Yes.
You may be seated.
Thank you.
Just for a little while, I want to talk from the thought of friend of God.
Yes.
All wise and everlasting Father, again, we ask for preaching power. Father God, we ask you to anoint us afresh and anew, hide us behind the cross, under the drippings of your blood. Stop our stammering tongue. Let us speak with simplicity, with clarity, and with power. To the end, God, we will give you all the glory, the honor, and the praise. In Jesus' name we say amen.
Amen.
A friend of God. There's within the human personality a profound need which is universally felt but rarely achieved. It is a need which is perpetually sought and continually pursued, and yet remains elusive and beyond the grasp of most who seek it. I want to discuss this need, this necessity for human growth and development, which stated in the simplest terms is that everybody needs a friend.
Yes.
This matter seems of importance when it was suggested by noted authors and psychologists that there are persons who live out their entire lives without having a genuine, abiding, authentic friend. And while I would not want to belabor this point, which seems obvious on its face, the reality is that there is perhaps no greater tragedy than to go through your life without a friend. To live without a friend is to reverse John Donne's famous maxim and to establish oneself as an island of self-exile or on an island apart from everybody else. Church without a friend is to be like John the Revelator on the island of Patmos, far from the crossroads of human interaction. Church without a friend, one faces the bleak reality of life with loneliness as one's only companion and alienation as one comrade. Without a friend, church, one only knows the tragedy of a personality imposed by solitary confinement, where the only conversation one hears is that of monotony of talking to oneself. The only response one gains to the question life poses are the results of the limited resources of me, myself, and I. And so perhaps it has not come to your consciousness, but I believe we're on safe ground to declare that everybody needs somebody. In this life and in my life, we need somebody who is loving and who's loyal and who can possibly be a counselor. We need somebody who will be devoted in the dark hours, present in the moments of pain, and sympathetic in the times of sickness, and thereby when the road gets rough and things get tough. Everybody needs a friend. And that's why I wanted to discuss this need for friendship, for the friendship dynamic in human relations, because it is of concern to you and is of concern to me. And I ought to remind you that a good friend is hard to find. Everybody with whom we are friendly is not our friend. Everyone with whom we have social relationship may not be qualified in the category of a genuine friend. And that's why somebody told me a long time ago, you got to be mighty careful how you choose your friends. Is it true that a man is known by the company that he keeps? And whether you like it or not, the world judges you by the quality and the character of the persons you call friends. It's true. And that's why I thought you ought to be advised that everybody that claims to be your friend may not be your friend. It does not make any difference what the nature of your social or political acquaintance may be, but looks like a friend may not be a friend. Cain and Abel had the same genetic background. They were brothers by blood and related by common parentage. But the book says that Cain slew Abel. Similarly, Jacob and Esau were not only brothers, but they were twins, the sons of Isaac and Rebekah. lovers. Delilah proved that even your lover can be not your friend. Delilah was one who had cut off the 7 locks of hair of Samson. Samson's head and put it in the hands of the enemy. Job had 3 friends. One was named Eliphaz, one was named Bildad, and another was named Zophar. But in the time of Job's deepest distress, in the time of his greatest need, and in the time that he was not able to fend for himself, his friends just sat there and looked at him for 7 long days. But even Jesus would discover that in the closest associates could not be even, his closest associate could not even be counted on. Deacon Peter denied him. Deacon Thomas doubted him. And the brethren, one named Judas, sold him out for 30 pieces of silver. Every now and then, you got to check who you're running with. You got to check who you're calling friend. Because everybody that's showing up friendly truly is not a friend. All this, then is to substantiate my claim that even though everybody needs a friend, even though everybody needs a good friend, even though everybody needs a real friend, they're hard to come by. Husbands and wives can live in the same house, eat at the same table, and sleep in the same bed, and still not be friends. Then again, there are many who have no friends because they do not make themselves available for friendship transactions. We won't develop an authentic friendship if we're always criticizing everybody else. We won't experience a sweet communion of friendship and fellowship if we never have anything good to say about anybody. The Bible says that if you're going to have a friend, you must first be found friendly. We can't expect to have a friend if we don't know how to be a friend. And as I'm on my way, let me remind someone that if we have a friend, we ought to thank God for him or her. I've learned to thank God for my friends, those who accept me for what I am and yet don't judge me for what I'm not. I thank God for my friends, for those who appreciate my strengths and yet stand by me in spite of my weaknesses. And I may as well tell you, I thank God for my enemies as well. Those who have drawn close enough to hear my heartbeat, the better to know where to thrust their daggers. I thank God for my enemies, I tell you, for they are the ones who have taught me how to lean and depend on Jesus. I thank God for my friends as well as my enemies. But if I have a friend, I better thank God for it. But now I brought this matter of friendship to your attention this morning in order to facilitate an examination of the most unique friendship the Bible speaks of. I want to take a look at a friendship that James said existed between God and Abraham. Abraham says James was called a friend of God. Moses was the general of the first protest march from slavery to freedom. Isaiah was God's prophet whose lips were touched by the burning coals of incense from the altar. Amos was God's greatest justice leader. Solomon was God's repository of love and wisdom. Job was God's example of a man who persevered in spite of his predicament. Nehemiah was God's builder when the walls of Jerusalem fell down and the gate had been burned by fire. Paul was God's molder of the missionary movement, and David was his apple of his eye. But Abraham, only Abraham, when no one else in the Bible history was ever called a friend of God. Abraham had a relationship with God that goes beyond any other. Abraham was intimate. Abraham was close. Abraham displayed humility. Abraham displayed long-suffering. Abraham displayed wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Abraham displayed a submissive spirit that whatever God wanted, Abraham never said no. Every time God asked Abraham to do something, Abraham did what God asked him to do without any back talk, without any second judging, without any second thinking. Abraham was a friend of God. Amen. Yes. And that's why I want to ask a question. What does it take to be a friend of God? Perhaps you want to know what it is, or what it was that Abraham had to make this relationship such a genuine friendship.
Thank you, God.
You would like to know what is it about Abraham that put him in line for such a distinctive designation. Perhaps when you look at your life, as I do when I look at my life, you would like to know if you might also qualify to be called a friend of God. I know I'm not satisfied. I know I'm satisfied with God, but I would like to know if God is satisfied with me. I know he does not really need a friend. He already has all that he needs. He's got a Father, he's got a Son, and he's got a Holy Ghost. But the good news is, God still needs a friend. God still needs somebody that's going to be faithful to the call. God's going to need somebody that's going to be willing to get the work done. God's going to need somebody that's going to be still and hear his still small voice. God still needs somebody that's willing to be faithfully obedient. Not just obedient, but faithfully obedient. It makes a difference when you're faithfully obedient. Because faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. But to be faithfully obedient, you can't please God if you don't have no faith. But it really doesn't need another friend. But I'm curious to discover about being on this Christian journey for more than 2 decades. How closer am I able to reach Abraham's status as a friend of God? I thought we would be willing to seek to discover, if we have the time, just what does it take to be close? What does it take to be intimate? What does it take to be valuable and important that God will call you his friend? But the first thing I want to say, I want to suggest that Abraham and God had a solid relationship because God could see that Abraham had his priorities in the right place. You see, a good friend isn't always looking to get something. A good friend is willing to take whatever comes along. Do you recall the occasion that Abraham and Lot had a controversy over who would claim the land? And Lot told Abraham, I want the land where the grass is green and the water is flowing. Abraham said, that's all right, take that. Because what God got for me, God got for me. Abraham said, I'll take whatever God gives me. I'm not worried about the land. My priorities are not about property. I hear Abraham saying, the God I serve told me a long time ago that the earth is his, the sea is his, and the cattle is his, and the gold is his. Abraham said, everything that God has, all is his. Church, hear me today. If you want to be God's friend, our priority must not be in property, and it must not be in possessions. Didn't Jesus say, seek ye first the kingdom of God? And all his righteousness and all other things will be added unto you? My second point is this friendship of God and Abraham was predicted on the fact that they knew how to talk to each other. Not only did they talk with each other, not only did they maintain a lively communication, but they did not always agree on everything. You see, my sisters and brothers, in order for you to have a good friend, you don't need somebody that'll agree with everything you got to say. That'll take your side on every issue. And always think your point of view is the best point of view. Good friends can argue and still be on the same side. Good friends can disagree and still refuse to be disagreeable. Good friends don't need to always see eye to eye, but they must be willing to listen to what the other one has to say. Church, do you remember that God and Abraham, these good friends, had an argument one day? God looked down and saw the city of Sodom and Gomorrah and decided that the only thing he can do would be to destroy the city. But Abraham objected. Well now, God, have you thought through your decision? Have you examined your alternatives? Have you considered the options that are before you, God? I know that you're omniscient. I know that you're omnipotent. I know I can't tell you anything that you don't already know. But before you destroy the city of Sodom and Gomorrah, I want to ask you, what would you do if I found 50 righteous men? What would you do if I found 40 righteous men? What would you do if I found 30 righteous? What would you do if I found 20 righteous? What would you do if I found, what would you do if I found one? And God said, if you find one, I won't destroy the city. What I'm trying to say is that God and Abraham were good friends because they talked to one another. And if you're going to be a good friend or be a friend of God, you got to learn how to for you to talk to God and then be still and let God talk to you. When we pray, we ought not to have a one-way conversation. Every now and then we ought to be still and listen for that still small voice of many rivers of water running. And if we're truly going to be friends of God, we can say, I come to the garden alone, while the dew is still on the roads, and the relationship where he's more than God.
Yeah.
But he's my walking king.
Yeah.
He's my rock in a weary land.
Yeah.
He's my refuge in the time of trouble. He's my bridge over troubled water. Oh, I know his name is Jesus. I know his name is wonderful. I know his name is mighty God. But every now and then, you need to have a pet name for God. Oh, my nana used to call him, he's my walking king. He's my midnight God. Every now and then, you got to talk to God like you know God. You got to talk to God like God is your friend.
Amen. Thank you, Lord.
If there was an element associated with friendship of God and Abraham, it was that God found in Abraham a quality of faithful obedience. And when God said go, Abraham didn't have any questions. God said, Abraham, there are two things I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to do is to tell you to depart from your country. I want you to leave your kindred and go to a country that I'll show you. You will not have a roadmap. There will not be no chart, and there will be no compass. Just go where I send you. Community, when God tells you to do something, you ought to do it. Bible reminds us that obedience is better than sacrifice. Even though we don't understand, and even though we don't know the way, and the way doesn't seem clear, I'm satisfied today that when we walk with the Lord in the light of his word, when the glory he sheds on his way, and while we do good, he abides with us still, and with all who will trust and obey. Trust and obey, for there is no other way. To be happy in Jesus, you got to trust and obey. Every now and then, God's going to tell us to do something that none of us are going to understand. None of us are going to understand. But that's how you know it's God moving. Because if you can understand what God is saying, you don't need God. God is a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path. We got to learn how to trust God in all our ways and acknowledge him. And he will direct our path. We got to let God lead us and let him lead us all the way.
Yes, God.
And another thing that God did was tell him, since you have proven to be so faithful, I'm going to change your name. I'm going to alter your identity. I'm going to refashion the manner in which you are known. I'm going to change your name. If you are a child of God and you're surely God's friend, he'll change your name. Amen. Jacob had his name changed to Israel. Saul had his name changed to Paul. Abram had his name changed to Abraham. And Sarai had her name changed to Sarah. And if you are God's friend, you ought to be able to say to the slaves of old, I know I've been changed, but the angels in heaven had changed my name. And the final analysis, God and Abraham found a solid foundation for their friendship because in their lives both encountered a significant birth experience. And I read the birth announcement that said, Rabbi Abraham and Mrs. Abraham are pleased to announce the birth of their son Isaac. I heard God's birth announcement when it dispatched a legion of angels and the heralds to the heralds the news. Unto us a child is born, and unto us a son is given. The significance of the birth of Isaac came to the zenith when God told Abraham to take his only son Isaac up to Mount Moriah and then lay him down on the altar for sacrifice. We should have been there that day when Abraham took his son and the lad to the altar. I heard Isaac say, Father, I see the altar and I see the wood. I don't know, and I know that there is a mountain of sacrifice, but where is the lamb? Well, look. Well, it took God 42 generations to answer Isaac's question, and where is the lamb? I know Abraham asked God, why didn't he let Isaac live? Why did you let Isaac live when I was ready to offer him up to you for a sacrifice? But God told Abraham, I had to let your son live in order to save the nation. I had to let your son live because in Isaac was Jacob, and in Jacob was Reuben, and in Jacob was Simeon, and in Jacob was Levi, in Jacob was Judah, and Jacob was Zebulun, and Jacob was Issachar, and in Jacob was Dan, and Jacob was Asher, and in Jacob was Naphtali, and Jacob was Joseph, and in Jacob was Benjamin. I had to let Isaac live to save the nation, but Abraham, my son, died to save the whole world. My son died to answer Isaac's question, where is the lamb? Jesus is the lamb. He's the lamb that takes away the sins of the world. He's the lamb in the dying lamb. I heard somebody say, dear dying lamb, thy precious blood shall never lose its power till all ransomed church of God be saved to sin no more. I don't know how you feel about it, but it's mighty fine thing to have a good friend. I don't want a friend who will claim, I don't want a friend who will claim to be with me through thick and thin. I want a friend who will go with me all the way to the end. I don't want a friend who will be with me as long as I'm right. I don't need a right all the time friend. I need a friend that when I'm wrong, they'll stand by my side. Are you looking for a friend this morning, church? Well, I can tell you, Naomi found a friend and her daughter-in-law Ruth. Where thou goest, I will go with you. And are you looking for a friend like Aquila and Priscilla to have a church in their home? Are you looking for a friend like Paul and Silas to sing in the midnight hour and pray while they're in prison? Are you looking for a friend like Peter and John to run a foot race to the empty tomb to find their Jesus? Are you looking for a friend like those two men on the Emmaus Road who told the world, did you not hearts burn within while the man of God spoke to you? I just stopped by to encourage somebody. Everybody needs a friend. Who is your friend? In this world, in this life, you may only get one friend. But if you get one, you got one that'll stick with you closer than a brother. But can't nobody do you like Jesus? Can't nobody do you like the Lord? I heard the psalmist say, there's not a friend like the Lord Jesus. No, not one. There's not a friend like the Lord Jesus. No, not one. No, not one. You got a friend in your life. Everybody needs a friend. I just stop by and tell you.
Thank you, Lord.
Our best friend should be Jesus. Now, I know you want somebody human that you can touch and feel. That's all well and good. But when they're not available, God is always available. When you can't tweet, when you can't email, when you can't FaceTime, when you can't do all those social things, God's available. In the midnight hour, ain't nobody answering any tweets, any texts, and any of that other stuff. God is available. When you're all alone and have nobody to talk to, God's available. When you're in pain, it seems like the pain won't cease. God is the one that can speak to your pain and tell it to behave itself. There's nobody like Jesus. Can't nobody do you like Jesus. Can't nobody do you like the Lord. And I know you love your mother, I know you love your husband, I know you love your wife, but can't nobody do you like Jesus. Jesus is the only one out of all those I called, even your children, is the only one that's going to be with you forever. Everybody else is going to pass away. But Jesus will be with you forever. Because your wife is temporary, your husband is temporary, your children are temporary, your mother and father are temporary. They just were placed here for a season. To get you to a place that you depend on Jesus. Am I right about it? Because it's saying God spoke to Abraham when he was of age. Pack up everything. Leave all you got and go where I tell you. Hold on, God. I've established you. I got this, I got this, I got this, I got all this. No, leave it all. And go where I tell you to go. Because when I bless you, I'm going to show love bless you. All that you leave, I'm going to give it back to you if you just be obedient. If you just be faithful, God will bless you. And that's why I stopped by to encourage you today. We all need a friend, but we need a faithful friend. Somebody we can talk to and is in confidence. We ain't got to say confidence. We got somebody we can talk to. You already know it's in confidence. You already know it's not going to be repeated. You know it's not going to be posted on social networks anymore. It's real. You got to watch it. You got to take what you say and post it somewhere. It may not happen to you. You have to keep on living. So be encouraged, church. At this time, I'm going to ask everybody to stand.